I'm using this under the Fair Use Act, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I just want to make sure that I cover this to prove, unequivocally prove, that the Word of God is truth. That what is spoken in the Bible is absolute truth. So what you're seeing here is just yesterday, September the 22nd, where Daystar Television, Joni Lamb, has humored Johnathan the con artist to come on her show. And again, she has one of the biggest platforms in televangelism. She has humored Johnathan the con artist who steals from me to come on and promote his new book. Now, for those of you who have followed me, you already know that I've covered her. I've covered her in the past because she's humored him on his previous book. He's shooting out books as fast as he can to hedge his bets that is stolen copyrighted material from me. But we're going to learn something very incredible with this video. So Joni Lamb of Daystar Television has humored Johnathan Kahn to come on her show. Jimmy Evans hasn't done so yet, but Jimmy Evans did in fact, and he's another big name in televangelism. Jimmy Evans did in fact humor him on the last book that he wrote that was stolen from me. After I gave both of them warnings, I warned Joni Lamb and Jimmy Evans the last time he did this, the last time they humored Johnathan con artist to come on their show. We're going to learn what's happening to both of them, both Jimmy Evans and Joni Lamb. They have recently come under fire. They have come under great fire for their dealings. This is another channel. This is one of many channels that are now covering the immorality of Jimmy Evans and Joni Lamb. Notice this, ladies and gentlemen. They have now come under fire. Look at the date. This is one video that's been done and is surfacing and going viral all over social media. This is another video that has gone viral August the 9th, August the 7th, and this is another one. Jimmy Evans and Joni Lamb and Daystar Television and The Tipping Point are now all coming under fire for their immorality. And this is all because of this one simple verse, Jeremiah 23, verse 30. Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets, saith the Lord, that steal my words, every one from his neighbor. And I gave warning on this many, many months ago to both Joni Lamb of Daystar Television and Jimmy Evans of The Tipping Point, that if they helped Johnathan the con artist, peddle stolen copyrighted prophecies from me, they would pay a dear price for this. And now they're seeing the truth of the holy word of God because they have come under fire, great fire, and their ministries are collapsing. They're being exposed, fully exposed. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There are viral videos going out against Jimmy Evans of The Tipping Point and Joni Lamb of Daystar Television. Their ministries are collapsing in on themselves. And a matter of fact, I don't have a video of this, but Joni Lamb's own son and daughter-in-law have removed themselves from her show. And it's brought great attention. It's brought great attention to their platforms. The fact that Joni Lamb's own son and daughter-in-law refused to be a part of Joni Lamb and Daystar Television. It's brought great attention to the platform, and her platform is now collapsing. I want to point out that I did, in fact, contact both Jimmy Evans and Joni Lamb regarding these matters of Johnathan, the con artist. I contacted both of them in private email and telephone communications. What they fail to realize is they do not seem to believe that the Word of God is truth. They do not realize why they have come under fire in these recent days. Because any of these platforms that help these false prophets violate Jeremiah 23:30, anybody who helps facilitate these ones have to share the consequences. Johnathan con artist's own attorney found this out the hard way. Mr. Chris Vallejos, Johnathan the con artist's own attorney, had to take a leave of absence from his work because he had a shoulder injury that he had to have surgery for. These people find out that when you facilitate a false prophet that violates the holy word of God, you are equally guilty. Johnathan con artist had to be hospitalized on the release date of the books that he stole from me, and so did his lawyer. Take note of that, Mr. Chris Vallejos. Both you and your client, Johnathan the con artist, both had to be hospitalized. That should tell you something. You know, when you get into bed with wolves, you're going to get fleas. You have to share the fate of the same false prophets you facilitate. Be sure to share this, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.